morning, respected Anand Sharma ji, our principal, Dr. D.R. Saini, our vice principal, Mrs. Shobha Mehta, distinguished guests and family members of G. Bhaskar, a promising student of our school who left us at a very young age. G. Bhaskar, however, stays with us in spirit and makes his presence felt, be it in the field of mathematics or Carnatic music. He inspires us every moment of the way. DPS R.K. Puram has been organizing a lecture in association with the Chinmay Mission in memory of its beloved student G. Bhaskar since 1995 in the presence of his family and friends. G. Bhaskar, whose original name was Venkat Subramaniam, was born on 9th December 1977 in Madras. After his early schooling in Chennai, he joined the DPS family in class 8. Although initially lost in the crowd, he finally made his way to the top and slowly and steadily made a place for himself in the hearts of his fellow students. He stood first in the All India Mathematics competition organized by Apex Academy in 1994. Apart from his keen devotion to academics, Bhaskar had varied interests. He had had formal training in classical Carnatic music for over 7 years and was an entertaining singer of Hindi songs. He could recite several chapters of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita by heart and was well acquainted with the rudiments of palmistry. He was an excellent badminton and table tennis player and was also a member of the DPS table tennis team. His friends used to lovingly call him Sai Baba. His involvement in such multifarious activities had molded him into a fine young man with a winsome personality and a balanced outlook towards life. His maths teacher, Dr. Majid Khan, put it this way: young men like him should live not only for us, but for the good of the country. Unfortunately, fate deceived us and snatched him from us on 5th May 1995. In his fond remembrance, I request the audience to stand and observe a minute's silence in his memory. Thank you. The Chinmay Mission has been associated with this function for the past many years and has sent us exceptional speakers to inspire and enlighten us. Today, we have with us Mr. Anand Sharma ji, an esteemed speaker from the Chinmay Mission, to give us a discourse on the Gita. Mr. Anand Sharma is currently working as a spiritual counselor in Chinmay Mission Vidyalaya. He has done his BA LLB and 2 years of Vedant course from Sandeepani Sadhanalaya, Chinmay Mission, Mumbai, where he studied the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads and other Prakarana Granths in detail. Mr. Sharma now takes regular classes on the Bhagavad Gita at the Chinmay Mission, Lodi Road, and has conducted several children and youth spiritual camps in Delhi and other parts of India. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you with us today. I now request Mr. Anand Sharma to come on stage and share his wisdom with us.
We'll begin with a prayer. I request every one of you to please close your eyes and sit straight. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Om Samastha Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Please repeat after me, sincerely, with love and devotion. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. 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 Sharanam Mama. Bole Shri Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai. Hari Om. That's how we greet in Chinmaya Mission. We say Hari Om. Normally when we meet we say hi, hello and all. But in Chinmaya Mission we greet as Hari Om. Now one important thing. Before I start, let me tell you, I might ask any of the students to come up on the stage and answer my question. If I see anyone talking. 11th class students. So be careful. Now, before I start, let me ask you, how many of you heard this name Gita? Not the ones studying in your class or living in your neighborhood. Bhagavad Gita. Very good. Hands down. So most of you have heard this name called Bhagavad Gita. Now, another question. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita or gone through it? Good. At least 4 or 5 hands are up. Normally, it has been asked to us, speak something, some practical things about Gita. Practical things about Gita, because Gita was spoken almost thousands of years back. And in today's world, is it practical or not? That is the question which is asked, and is asked to us that you should speak something practical about Gita. But my question to all of you is, you are a science student. So when you do practical, is it that theory and practical go hand in hand, or they are totally just separate? They go hand in hand, right? So unless until we know about the theory, we cannot, do the practical. In the same way, when we want to know something practical about Gita, we should study about Gita. Unless until we study about Gita, we cannot follow it practically in our lives. The question is, something must be there in Gita, because this book, this scripture, is continuously going on and on and on for the past thousands of years, and people are following it. Not only the Indians, but for people from all over the world, they come to India to study about Gita. There must be something in it which is very, very powerful. Our syllabus, whether it is English, Hindi, math, science, keeps on changing after every few years. But this Gita is continuing in the same way which was spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna thousands of years back. So what is so special about it in Gita, which is practical even in today's world? There are different chapters in Gita. Almost 18 chapters are there and 700 shlokas are there. I don't want to go into the background of how the Gita was started. But Lord Krishna gave this Gita to Arjuna. Why? Because Arjuna, being a warrior, he went to the battlefield, he knew why he was going there, but the moment he reached there, when he saw the people standing over there, he got confused. He said, I don't want to fight. He forgot his dharma, he forgot his duty. Thousands of years back, he got confused. He said, I don't know what am I supposed to do. and he surrendered to Bhagwan. The same thing happens with all of us. The first and foremost duty of a student is to study. We all come dressed up to school. We get up early in the morning, dress up ourselves, come to school. We know why are we coming to school. We know what is the purpose of coming to school. But the moment we reach school, the mind doesn't allow us to study. In the first period, I'm telling you, I'm talking about the first period which starts almost 8 o'clock or 8:15. Look at the faces of the students. The teacher is teaching on the board, writing something on the board, and the students opens their mouth wide open in the first period. And the way they sit, within 2 minutes they'll fall on the table only. And their hands goes like this. First period. Then the other hand goes. Then so the eyes they start, like this it happens. Why? Because this mind doesn't allow us to do whatever we are supposed to do. We decide, exams are coming up, I'll study. You make a timetable. Study how many hours? 8 hours in a day. Very good. So we make a timetable. And what do? We put up the alarm. Night before going off to sleep, we put up the alarm. Morning, I'll get up at 4 o'clock. 5 is too, late. 4 o'clock I'll get up. I decided 4 o'clock I'll get up in the morning. The moment the bell rings, what do? Attack. Few minutes more. And by the time we get up, it's already 7. The same I who decided that I'll be getting up early in the morning, I only switch off the alarm and go to sleep. So why it happens? Why my mind doesn't allow me to study? Why my mind doesn't allow me to become alert? Why is it that I'm so lethargic? Why is it that I'm unable to listen to all those things? Why? When I know these things are good for me, every child in this hall, every student knows that we are supposed to follow the values in life. But we people say, no, values are outdated now. But let me tell you, even if there is a person who is very, very corrupt, and he has a group of people to manage that corrupt money which is there, even he wants that the people who are there in the group should be honest. Am I right or wrong? So this honesty, even the corrupt people, they want that their people should be honest to them. And then we say values are outdated. They are not. It is we only who are unable to follow those values. Why? Because our mind doesn't allow. The same thing happened with Arjuna. The same thing is happening to us even now. So why? When a teacher is teaching, what do? We talk. And without a rhyme or reason, person sitting next to us, we hit the leg. Person sitting next to us, we hit the pencil. And he looks at us, why, what happened? No idea why it happened. I'll study, March exams are there, February exams are there, just now the session has started, let me continue for playing and all, I'll study then. Passing on, ultimately February comes. Oh, it has come now. Then March comes. It has come now. And then we start getting scared. We're not ready to prepare for the exam. Why? Because that word is very common, examination fever. Nowadays, because CBSE also thought, chalo bhaiya, board exams beta do. Why? Looking at the faces of the students, they thought, let it not be there. So why we have become so weak? Why is it that mind is not under control? Bhagwan says the same question Arjuna asked. He said, Bhagwan, chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramadi balavad dridam. He said, my mind is very, very, chanchal. It doesn't listen to me. I tell him to study. The moment I open the book, I start thinking about the phone. No one has called me today. I go and pick up the phone. No call. Let me only call. Then I call. What happens? The time is running. In this way I continue. The parents who have made me grown up, I argue with them. I fight with them. I don't listen to them. The teachers who are teaching me, I argue with them. We keep nicknames of the teacher. The same country where Eklavya gave his thumb to his teacher, even though he has not learned it directly from him, in the same country where we make fun of the teachers. The same country where it was said, Acharya Deva Bhava, Matra Deva Bhava, Pitra Deva Bhava. In the same country where we don't respect them. Why is it happening? Because we are disconnecting ourselves from our culture. Because we don't read the scriptures which has got a lot of knowledge in them. Arjuna said, Bhagavan, whatever you are saying, I do appreciate. I do appreciate that I should follow my duties. I do appreciate that I should study. I should have knowledge. I do appreciate that I should have love and devotion for God. But when it comes to practice, it becomes very, very, difficult for me. It is just like impossible. Why? Because this mind doesn't listen to me. Bhagavan said, Arjuna, this is right. And the same thing happens with us. We all appreciate. If I ask you, how many of us think that we should respect our parents? Okay. Both the hands should go up. Hands up. Hands down. Sir, game khila rahe kya? Now all of us, we know we should respect our parents. And I'll not ask you to put up your hands now, but think in your mind, do we do that? Do we really respect them? Whenever they say, without even asking, without even arguing, we just follow whatever they say. In the same way, goes for the teacher, goes with the friends, the same thing happens. Because we are not, this mind is not in the control. So what should we do? Bhagavan said two things. He said, Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grihiyate. Kya, sir? I'll tell you. To control the mind, we need to practice. We need to practice how to control this mind again and again. Because let me tell you, if the mind doesn't come under your control, you will, or you, whatever you, none of us will be able to be successful in life. None of us will be able to be happy in life, and none of us will be able to be peaceful in life. So this mind should come under control, and that control can only come through practice. What should we practice? They say, practice, karma yoga. Doing the duties sincerely. Doing the actions properly. What do you mean to say? We don't act? We do act, but the attitude which is required while doing an action is not there. It's not there in us. Now, for example, if mama says, beta, can you please get this thing from the kitchen, or can you get this thing from the market? We do get it because mama has told. But the expression on the face, or the feeling, or the reply which you give, first of all, suppose mama says, Pappu, kya hai? This is how it is. And then, beta, can you get me this thing from the market? Kya hai, mummy? Abhi to padh raha hu. Even though he's playing on the mobile. And then somehow he goes. So the same action we have done, but suppose if you would have done with a lot of love and respect, it would have a different effect. So the main thing is to control the mind through proper, through proper teachings. Now, let me tell you, what is that which affects the mind a lot? I'll tell you a few things which makes our mind, which makes our thoughts. What are those things? First one is the books which we read. The books which we read has a lot of effect on the mind. Suppose if you are whole day you are reading about, say suspense novels and all. You can see the students, itni moti books about those novels they will be reading whole day. But suppose if you give them a textbook, immediately they feel sleepy. Suppose if I give you this Gita, first of all, your faces will be not smiling at all. Kya sir, kya de rahe? And then to study it, it's very difficult. But those novels we read, that, what is that? It was very, very famous few years back. Harry Potter. Harry Potter, yeah. Harry Potter was very famous. So we used to read. In the television they showed that, the students are standing outside that shop early in the morning, 6 o'clock. Why? So that the first book, the first edition, I should get it. So we do read. Books which we read has a lot of effect on the mind. Then, food which we eat has a lot of effect. Then, company in which we are has a lot of effect. Suppose 10 friends are there standing in a circle discussing. So, yesterday was Sunday, where did you go? One of them said, I went for a party. Other one said, I went for this. Other one said, one of them by mistake, he went to a temple and he said, I went to a temple. Temple? Huh? पागल तो नहीं हो गया तुम? ये है तेरी? क्या हो गया? So and then that one also feels, मैंने क्या कर दिया? मैंने बहुत बड़ी गलती कर दी है coming to temple. So then he also, next time he also thinks before going there, I should avoid it only. So people around you also has a lot of effect. And let me tell you, in every class, suppose if there are 40 students, 30 or 35 of them will be very, very sincere. Only 4 or 5 of them are there who disturb the whole class. You know, they plan, they think. मतलब बहुत उसके लिए प्लान करते हैं कि how to disturb this class, you know. For example, Diwali just went by, bursting of the crackers. How much planning they do? How should I do? So all these things happen because of the people around us. We plan all those things. Then comes very important thing which has a lot of effect, some scar. In India, there was sanskar of doing namaskar to the parents or pranam to the parents. But nowadays, gone. We used to say, Papa, it has become Pops. You know? And instead of saying namaste, pranam and all, this is there. What is this? Hi, Pops. You know? Totally changing. We are disconnecting ourselves from our roots. Now these things, they have a lot of effect on the mind. What we should do is read good books, be in the company of good people, then do regular sanskars should be there, regular follow some rituals which are there, which have been there in the Indian tradition. We should all follow those traditions. When we do all those things sincerely, our mind comes under control. And when the mind comes under control, we are a winner. So this is the age when you can train your mind. Because you will not even know when your mind will go out of control, and it will be late for you to control it then. Gita teaches us, it gives us many, many practical things which helps you in controlling the mind. One important thing is Dhyana Yoga, meditation. How many of you heard this word, meditation? Very good, hands down. And how many of you do it? Good. You feel shy. You don't do it, huh? I also keep my hand down only. So meditation. Today, actually, meditation also comes after practice. We can never ever meditate. Actually, meditation happens automatically, but after some period of time. We need to practice a lot, concentration we need to practice. And I'm telling you, we have got shlokas, we have got enough of knowledge in the scriptures. If you read, they'll teach you how we are able to control this mind. How we are supposed to meditate. First of all, we should start with concentration. This will help in your exams also. Start concentrating. Any picture of God, look at it, close your eyes and bring the picture in the mind. This will help in developing that concentration power. Chant His name. And slowly you will see how this mind becomes quiet. When this mind becomes quiet under your control, the thing which you learn in almost 2-3 hours, you will be able to learn in 20 minutes. But there is no option कि आप याद करना ही ना पड़े. We need to do all those things. We need to control the mind. We need to control the thoughts through Gita, because it has got many, many interesting things. You read it, follow it sincerely, and then you see how the life changes. My request to you is, when the whole world is running behind these scriptures, Indian scriptures, Indian culture, we being an Indian, it becomes our duty to at least study them. Study them, go through them, and then if you feel, nahi yaar, it's too boring, it's okay. But let me tell you, once you go through Gita, it will have an effect on you. Like, G. Bhaskar ji, in whose memory we are having this thing. And today you see, his parents must be very proud. Even though in a very young age he passed away, but even today people, they remember him. All of you are sitting in the hall, all of you are listening because of him. Because one person tried to follow this Gita. Suppose if normally what do? We try to change the world. But our Gurudev used to say, change yourself and the world will change by itself. Because you can never ever change the world. You become pure, you become, honest, and the world around you will become like you. Change yourself and the world will change by itself. So please do read, please do study this Gita. There are many commentaries are available. Go through it. If you have any doubts, ask your teachers. But my request is, just don't discard it just like that. It has a lot of power in it. Otherwise, no one would have studied this. But people are following it because it has got something. So do study it. Even if not regularly, you are not able to give time to it. Study at least one shloka in a day with a meaning. That's all. It will definitely help you. Okay? Today, we have got one youngster with us, Mr. Akash. He's from Chennai. He will be chanting something, and my request to you is just repeat and then be silent whenever he tells you to be silent. He has done a course called Chinmaya Yuva Veer, Chinmaya Mission, from where I have come. Organized a course, 2.5 months course, where they teach small things about Gita and Upanishads and all. They go through that course, and then for 1 year, they dedicate 1 year to the Chinmaya Mission, and they serve the society. So today he'll be there, he'll be speaking to you, he'll be chanting something, and all of you please repeat after me. And my request, do give it a thought, read Gita, and try to follow it in your life also. Hari Om.
So, I would ask you all to close your eyes, place your hands on your thighs, sit erect. I'm going to chant Om Namah Shivaya. This was a Vedic mantra revealed to our Rishis. So, as Anand sir said, we have to have that reverence for whatever we do, the attitude, the bhav. So, I ask you all to have that bhakti bhav in you, the love and respect with which we chant. Okay. So, kindly close your eyes. Yeah. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Sit quietly for some time. Om पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। हरि ओम।
Thank you. In 1999, the family of G. Bhaskar initiated the G. Bhaskar Memorial Award. It's an award awarded to outstanding students of exceptional caliber in both academics and extracurriculars who possess high moral character. It's a cash award given by the family of G. Bhaskar and is presented during the annual G. Bhaskar Memorial Lecture on his birthday every year. This year, we have received nominations from all sections through class teachers, and the following meritorious students have been finalized to get the award in consultation with the reps of classes 11 and 12, activity in charges, supervisors, our vice principal and principal. I would now like to call upon Mr. Ganpati, father of G. Bhaskar, our principal, vice principal and Mr. Mukesh to please give away the awards.
अपूर्व आशुतोष शर्मा, अपूर्व भव्या मदान, मेघनापुरी, शुभम, सिवेश का, ज्ञान लखवानी, hope to see more of you from your class in class 12 when you come on stage like this. This is much different than your scholar bag.
Very good morning. Thank you very much. When somebody is wishing you, if you like, you can respond. Choice is yours, no compulsion. It is a win-win situation. When somebody is giving something, receive with honor and respect. And try to give back with interest, if you can. So our special family member, Mr. Ganpati, and my dear friend, Professor Ganpati Ramanath, PhD. He is their professor in US, elder brother of our G. Bhaskar. People are saying that he died or he expired on such and such date in particular case of our G. Bhaskar, 5th May 1995. According to them, he is not with us, but according to my personal feeling, he is with you all the time, particularly the parent and the family members. You are not forgetting him, he is present with you. And you are coming year after year, he is with you. And you are creating an environment that we should also remember him. So I can say, yes, physically he is not with us. I agree, I accept this fact. But emotionally, spiritually, he is present, and he may be somewhere in any different shape or size or figure. We are thinking that our forefathers, parents, brothers, sisters, those who are not here with us physically, they are the part and parcel of the system in our gene and our system. G. Bhaskar, I know, he was all-rounder, harmonious, best human being, perfect in every field, whichever he has opted. Why parents are remembering? They are the parent, true parent and the relatives. Otherwise, people are not remembering the past. If we will honor the past, the present and future will honor you. Because one day you will be also past and I will also be past. Past is the only route which he has mentioned. Mr. Anand, I appreciate, he's a young dynamic person, very effectively, in a very systematic, in a very educative thing he has taught in his own way. I studied Gita, sir, but I could not understand till now. Every day I am thinking, what is Gita? Karam. Karam, do your duty, he said. I like it, you have the same wavelength which I am having, I am narrating the same thing. It is your duty, you are a student. No option, you have to study. You are professional, विद्यार्थी, विद्या को ग्रहण करने वाला. This is your identity. If you will not study, your identity will not be there, you will fail and we will say thank you, go out. You are not a student, your designation will not be there with you. Vidyarthi, student, is the most important profession of the world. Every big person was Vidyarthi or student in their young age. Professor Ganpati Ramanath was also a student. Now he is a professor. And still he is saying, I am a student. And I am saying still, I am a student. I have learned today itself. And we have to learn. But you have that tag with you. I am having the tag that I am a principal. You have a tag that you are the student of DPS Ramakrishnapura. There is a logo, insignia. service before self, DPS RK. This is your identity. He is a family member, G. Bhaskar, because he was the part and parcel, and he is the part and parcel, integral part of DPS Ramakrishna. We are not allowing every person to come here and to remember, because he was our family member, he is our family member, and in future also. You have seen, we have written the name on the wall of fame, the head boy and the head girl and the sports captain, year 1977 and this and that until now. They are not here, but they are here. You can see on the website also, if you can see, we have put up their name. That so and so are there. So my dear friend, he is a noble soul. So गीता क्या कहती है? गीता ये कहती है आत्मा न पैदा होती है न मरती, सिर्फ शरीर मरता है और आत्मा इमोर्टल है। आपके अंदर भी आत्मा, मेरे में भी आत्मा है, और आत्मा का कनेक्शन परमात्मा। What is the difference between आत्मा and परमात्मा? परम आत्मा, बहुत बड़ी आत्मा, और आप हैं उसके जरा से हिस्से, आत्मा। So our connectivity is with Paramatma. When there is no connectivity, we will be dead. Now I can cite an example or give an example. You people are using mobile phones. I am using, this is very important. Whole world is here with me. I can see anything, I can send anything, email and everything. So many things are there, very small. It is visible, black color, this and that. Different type of mobile phones are there. But there is a SIM card in it. There is a SIM card in it. That is important, otherwise it is useless. And the SIM card with battery should be charged. If battery is not there, then it will not function. So your mind is your battery. He said very rightly. Who control your body? Your mind. But who control your mind? Your thought. And who control your thought? Your connectivity. Your thought shall be your words, and your words shall be your action, and your action shall be your habit, and your habit shall be your character. Why we are saying a person is known by the company he or she keeps? Why we are saying? Because he is listening the word, he is speaking the word, he is learning his habit of other person. Why you are in DPS? Why you are not in other school? Because according to you and according to your parents, this is good school for you, and there is an environment so that you can do something extraordinary. Why you are paying more money here, more fees? There are government schools without fees, you can go and you can get the study, the education. But you want environment. So Gita you should read. If you cannot read, there is a gist of the substance or the sar of Gita, 7-8 point only. Within 5 minutes you can complete, maybe 4 or 3 minutes. But the sar is very, very simple but very difficult to understand. Sometimes things are very simple in appearance, but it is very difficult to understand. So, sir, you should read, because you are student, you will not get time. What is your duty? Anand sir said to study. गीता बाद की चीज है. गीता क्या कहती? कर्म कर कर्म. धर्म तो हो ही जाएगा। जो आदमी कर्म नहीं करता उसको धर्म करने से कोई फायदा नहीं होगा। मैं जाऊं सुबह शाम तो मंदिर में बैठा रहूं तो भगवान तंग पा जाएगा, भाई क्यों जगह रोक रहा है, अपने घर जा, काम कर, होगी तेरी चमचागिरी बहुत। Go and do your duty. The duty is beauty, work is worship. Everybody has been assigned the duties to perform. He has performed his duty. He Bhaskar. He was a good student, good human being. Therefore they are remembering. Therefore we are remembering. So he is Ajar Amar. आत्मा न पैदा होती है न मरती, शरीर मरता है। गीता के सार में है, यू काइंडली करेक्ट में आनंद साहब, क्योंकि आप रोज काम करते हैं, मैं नहीं करता। गीता कहती है क्या लाया था जो खो दिया, क्या पैदा किया था जो नाश हो गया, जो लिया यहीं से लिया, जो दिया यहीं पे दिया, सो खाली हाथ आए और खाली हाथ चलो। जब संसार में इंसान आता है तो खाली हाथ आता है, जब जाता है जब भी खाली हाथ होता है। कफन के अंदर कहते हैं जेब नहीं होती है। सिकंदर महान बड़ा योद्धा था, उसने कहा जब मरूं तो मेरे हाथ दोनों बाहर निकाल देना ताकि लोगों को भ्रम नहीं कि सिकंदर ऊपर ले गया कुछ। बोले मैं खाली आया था, खाली जा रहा हूं, तो मेरे हाथ बाहर निकाल देना। सो वी विल गो अलोन, वी केम अलोन, ये भी याद रखना इस बात को। This is the fact of life and facts should be respected and accepted at the earliest so that you can enjoy your life. It is a fact. नहीं है तो कोई हाथ खड़ा करो, मैं तो अकेला नहीं है। You came alone, I came alone. You will go alone, I will go alone. ना माँ बाप साथ जाएंगे, ना भाई बहन साथ जाएंगे, ना कोई दोस्त साथ जाएगा। साथ जाएगा तो आपका कर्म जाएगा, जो जाने के बाद भी याद किया जाएगा। This is the gist of life. जो हुआ अच्छा हुआ और कोई रास्ता नहीं है। What they can do? They accepted the fact that he is no more, but they have accepted their soul is with them. इसलिए तो जिंदा है। He is feeling that he is with him or her. Brother came from USA. Why? He know that he is no more physically, but he know he is emotionally, spiritually he is there, and he was his brother. He remember his actions, his thought, his everything, and it is in his mind, in his soul. So there is a connectivity with the soul to the soul. इसमें ना दुनिया भर के नंबर हैं, जो खास खास आदमी उसके नंबर है मेरे पास। जब चाहूँ जब कनेक्टिविटी कर लूंगा। ऑर्डिनरी के आ गया तो उसको डिलीट कर देता हूँ, छोड़ यार ये कहाँ से आ गया। इसी तरह से तो इन्होंने उसको स्टोर किया हुआ माइंड में। जी भास्कर एवरी ईयर दे आर कमिंग ऑन 5th, मतलब डे में भी एनी, बट दे रिमेंबर 5th May 1995. That is a historical date with them, and they are remembering this day. They are requesting honorable persons from Chinmaya Mission every year, and we are also learning. So he is with us. He is alive, not dead. Dead वो होता है जिसका कोई असर ही नहीं, ना जिंदे का ना मरेगा। So he is alive with us. My dear student, learn from his philosophy. When he was student, he was outstanding in studies. He was outstanding in sports, table tennis, and other activities. And he has given love, affection to his father, mother, brother, sister, relatives. So they are missing him. Somebody should remember you. अभी यहाँ से पास होके चले जाओगे आप 12वीं के बाद, you create something so that we can remember that yes, you are my student. They are saying yes, he was my son, he was my brother. So create that impression in the mind of the people. गीता यही कहती, कर्म करो मजे लो, ठीक है? क्योंकि नहीं तो कर क्या सकते हो? नथिंग। बोले साहब मेरी तनख्वाह बढ़ाओ, तो नहीं क्या करें? नहीं तो गुजारा करूंगा सर। सो जो परमात्मा करता है वो ठीक करता है, क्योंकि उसको पता है क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, इसलिए जल्दी जल्दी उसका डिसीजन को एक्सेप्ट कर लो, परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं। अगर नंबर कप नहीं आए तो नहीं आए, यू आर रेस्पॉन्सिबल, तुमने पढ़ा नहीं। अब डिसीजन को आपने ओलंपिक में देखते हो, टीम में खेलती, कोई जीत गई हार गई, गोल्ड मेडल वाला गोल्ड मेडल, सिल्वर सिल्वर, ब्रॉन्ज ब्रॉन्ज, जिसको कुछ नहीं, खाली जाओ। लेकिन वो भी खुश है कि कम से रिप्रेजेंट तो किया, खेला तो जी, बाकी तो देख ही रहे थे। और देखने वाले भी खुश है, यार हम देख तो रहे, बाकी को तो देखने का मौका नहीं मिला। एवरीबॉडी इज हैप्पी, सेल्फ भी हैप्पी, नो अल्टरनेटिव। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच। वी प्रे टू गॉड, वी प्रे टू ऑलमाइटी गॉड, थैंक यू वेरी मच। वी प्रे टू ऑलमाइटी गॉड दैट आवर डियरेस्ट स्टूडेंट G. Bhaskar shall be in the vicinity or in the campus of PPS R.K. Puram and look after you, guide you, give you good thought and good actions, so that you can create the name of this great institution where he has studied. Thank you very much. That is our duty.
Thank all present here for being with us today in the remembrance of G. Bhaskar and for encouraging the students of our school in their efforts. Thank you so much. Looking at all you young minds, you know, full of energy, and I get inspiration from it. In fact, I was so impressed with meeting a bunch of students this morning who had done so many extraordinary things already. So I think our country has, you know, great future in store if all of us can tap into that within ourselves, that deep within ourselves, the creativity that rests there, and let it flower. See, if you think about it, why are we studying? Have you thought about why you're studying? I mean, not to pass exams, not to get another degree. What's up, Lekin, why do you want to study? Or why do you want to do anything at all, for that matter? It's something to think about. Once you think about it, you'll probably come to a conclusion that goes something like this. Well, I got to make something out of myself so that I can contribute, so that I'm useful. I can use my talents. Maybe I can sing, I can dance, I can play, I can write, I can read, I can interpret. I can do that in a way perhaps nobody else can do it. Maybe, right? Each of us feels unique, right? Does anybody here feel that you're not unique? Please raise your hand. Okay, we are all unique, right? So we have this treasure house of talents that we can dip into. So what you're doing right now, when you're going to study, or when you're going for a practice or coaching or whatever it is, in any field, is to prepare yourself with the skill to build that talent. The first thing that you do, you need to identify, I think, that you would be doing yourself a great favor now, is to identify what your talent is. And nobody else can do this other than yourself. So school is a great place to do that. Absolutely great place to find out what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at. And it doesn't have to be one thing, it can be many things. So, and then you can develop the skill set in there. A few things that Anandji and Dr. Saini ji also said
very nicely is about the company you keep. And the reason why the company you keep is important is, as you're trying to discover yourself as to what is it that you are unique and what is it that you can contribute to the universe, while you're searching this, it is often not very easy to do the search. So sometimes you look out. While you look within to find out where you're really good, you want to look out and see, so Tendulkar plays like this. I really would like to hit a cover drive like that. Maybe I can, I think I can do that, and I would like to do that. You can go and try it out. Correct? Or Bhimsen Joshi sings like this. Can I try? Can I be that? I sing well, but can I do that? You try it out. So these are role models. This is the Eklavya principle, really. You can look out for the gurus, you can look out for the mentors, and you can attract them into you. Because where do you think the world is? The world is out there or is inside you? Whatever you think is your world, right? So the company that you keep, in terms of role models, so you have all the choice in the world. Once you choose the role models, once you choose what you really want to be good at, or what you might be good at, or what you are good at, or what you will be good at, once you choose that, you choose the role models. And then you do the practice. And here discipline is necessary because, let us say you identified that music is your passion and music is your calling. Now you don't go and do net practice, right? You go and do riyaz. You have to partition your time to the place where you want to excel. Correct? See, a pickpocket, for example, a guy who was very good at pickpocketing. How did he become good at pickpocketing? By practice, right? His choice may have been bad, but he needs practice. Dr. Saini said, and I think Sharmaji, Anandji also said, you need, like even among thieves, there is honor. All the same principles that is needed, that we talk about values, are needed for every single thing that you do. So that means discipline. This is what life is all about, really. It's very simple. It's all about really you. Wait a minute. Is it really all about me? Is it really all about only me? Think about it. Suppose Balamurali Krishna is the greatest singer the universe has ever produced. Let us assume that, okay? Now, to be able to say that he is great, you need all of us, right? So don't undervalue compassion. Do not undervalue what is out there. Do not undervalue diversity and diversity of opinions that contradict your own. Because for you to be great, you need the world around you. Everybody needs to say that you're great. So compassion, in a sense, you can think about it as, in the beginning at least, it is all about you again. Do you understand? It is compassionate, is actually being compassionate to yourself, ultimately. In fact, you cannot be compassionate to others if you are not compassionate to yourself. Charity really begins at home. Okay? Well, I'm used to talking for 2 hours usually, because those are my lecture times. But I'm going to stop here because I think we have had 2 wonderful and complimentary talks here. But I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Perhaps not here, but I'm going to be around for some time. My parting shot would be, think big. Think big. There is nothing in the world stopping you from doing anything that you want to do. Except yourself, yes. But once you know yourself, it is not a limitation, it is an expansiveness that you feel. You can do whatever you want. I think an example was demonstrated in the polls yesterday. Right? The Aam Aadmi Party. Was there a party 1 year ago? Isn't it amazing? It is possible. If you want to change the world, all that you need to do is change yourself, and your world automatically changes, and maybe others will change. But let us not start with others, let's start with ourselves. All the best. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank all the family members of G. Bhaskar, Mr. Anand Sharma, for giving so valuable things to our students from Geeta, and all the friends and students of DPSR Kipram for being patient listeners and learners. And I thank our principal and vice principal for allowing us to conduct such kind of programs, and they are actually needed and they are requirement of the time. Now I would like to request all the students to go in orderly manner from the first row onwards. Do not stand till your row number doesn't come, so from row number 1. I would like to request all the volunteers to move on this gate number 1 so that you can start distributing sweets. So start from row number 1, please.